Sophie Summers, and this is the Crossdressing Lifestyle channel. Now, here in the UK, we're going through a bit of a mini heatwave at the moment, which on the one hand is fabulous, but on the other hand, I am really suffering with the heat and the humidity when it comes to being dressed and wearing my favourite medium to long length wigs. So I thought I would take an opportunity to have a look at some new shorter styles, which will hopefully be a little bit lighter, hopefully will keep me a little bit cooler. Now, as you can see, I'm currently surrounded all around here by 4 fabulous styles from the Tressallure Look Fabulous range. Now, these are brand new designs. In fact, they're so new I don't even think they're currently available here in the UK. So this is a bit of a first for the channel, and I'm very proud of it, to be honest. Now, I am having a torrid time in selecting which one of the wigs out of these 4 that I think suits me and will be best. So who else to ask but you for your opinions? And so if you will bear with me while I go through each and every one of the styles in a little bit of detail, I would really appreciate your comments down below that will help me to make the decision. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So let's kick off with the New Wave HF, which is the most expensive of the 4 styles I'm kind of considering today. Now, to understand why is that a little bit more expensive, there are 2 key features to it, and I really need to turn it inside out. We'll turn this comfort cap inside out so you can see exactly why. Now, the first thing you're going to be sort of notice is this area here, which is a hand-tied monofilament crown area here. Now, if you're not familiar with that particular term, it just means that each of the individual fibres in this area are put in and hand tied, which allows you to be able to move them around and style them and put the style exactly where you want it to go. Now, you can't do that with an out of the box style, so you've got a lot more styling options with this particular type of cap construction. The other feature I always like is the fact that the front has got a lace front to it. I think it's 1/4 inch all the way around, and it means that even under close inspection, the hair follicles look as though they're actually coming out of your own head, which gives it that little bit more believability. Now, this whole style is quite lightweight. It's actually less than 3 ounces, which, as I say, in this heat is a godsend. It's got the traditional sort of wefting on the back here, which always helps with the circulation of air to keep you a little bit cooler. And the shade on this one, I've chosen a 24/18T because I do have a bit of a passion for blondes. It's a little bit sort of a dull blonde, but I still like it all the same. So its total length is anywhere between 3 1/4 inches to 7 inches in length, with these sort of fringe areas here being the shorter 3 1/4 inches. You can style it to your heart's intent and sort of puff it up a little bit to make it look as though you've got that sort of got out of bed first thing in the morning look, and I quite like it. So if you like it and it's your favourite one, please give it a thumbs up. And as with all of the ones I'm going to be having a look at here, I've got a link down below that will take you to that little bit more detail. It has actually, this one has 27 different colours available, so if you're not into blondes, you're more redhead or darker shades, there's going to be an option available for you there. So I quite like this one, but let's move on now to the second one. So moving on to the second, a very striking but quite short style. This one's actually called the Razer Cut Shag, and its colour sort of reminds me of a sort of champagne blonde. It's got sort of dark roots in this particular one with a very light blonde. Its actual technical colours are 24/102 with a rooted 12 colour. Now, I like this one. It's very, very short but very striking. It's actually a traditional machine wefted cap construction. Again, a very light, weighs under 3 ounces. So this is a sort of a style that you get out of the box, give it a good old shake, and you can pop it onto your head without any problems whatsoever. Now, its total length is between 3 and 5.5 inches. The longest section being obviously from the crown down to the back of the nape here. It's got quite a nice little features at the back. It sort of tails out a little bit. Now, it has a range of 28 sort of colours involved in it. I do like this brassy sort of blonde here. It's very much like my favourite wig here, which is the Taylor. it's sort of got that striking colour combination with it. Now if you like it, please give it a good old thumbs up. There's not a lot more you can say about this wig except for it is very striking, very lightweight and quite a modern sort of razor teased out sort of style. So as I say, if you like it, give it a good old thumbs up. Now I'm going to move on to the third of the designs I'm going to look at today. So I've come to the penultimate style under consideration today, and this is aptly called the angled bob, because that's exactly what it is. The front sort of left hand side here is slightly shorter than the right hand side. The longest element here measures a 7.5 inch dimension, with the shortest side being 2 inches. Now the cap on this one is slightly different than its predecessor here, because it has a lace front which is from sort of temple to temple. So as with all lace fronts in this particular range, under close view it looks as though the fibres are actually coming out of your scalp, which is always a nice thing, especially under very close sort of inspection. Again, it's very, very lightweight, only weighs a couple of ounces. There are 23 different shades available in this quite striking style. I've chosen a Albany colour to have a look at on this one, and I found it quite striking. If I'm honest, I think this is possibly my favourite out of the 4 yet, but as I said, I need your help to find out which one really suits best. Now it's got open wefting on it as well, so it is a machined cap version wig, so it's another one that you can just take out of the box. It's pre-styled, give it a bit of a shape and you can pop it on. Now I'm always a little bit weary of very short wigs, and this is quite short, but actually it's quite complimentary, or at least I think so too, and that's why I'm kind of favouring this design at the moment. Again, as a slight recap, it's called the angled bob, and it's quite a modern sort of style. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's quite attractive and a very viable option. So let's move on to the final selection I'm looking at. And finally, the fourth design that I'm contemplating is this rather lush angled pixie design here. Now it is a traditional open wefted or machine wefted style, so it's designed to be sort of pre-styled, pulled out of the box, give it a little bit of a shake and popped onto your head. Now you can add a little bit of product in here to sort of whoosh it up a little bit if you want to add a little bit more body to it and a little bit more sort of a styling option, but it is limited to what you can do with it because of the cap construction. Now it is very lightweight, around about 3 ounces, and its overall dimensions are quite impressive. It's got a 7-inch fall between the crown and the sides, which I thought would be a little bit short for my sort of facial shape, but it's not. It actually sits very nicely on my jaw line and actually flatters my silhouette. So this one was the surprise package out of the 4 I was having a look at today, and I like the colours that you can have in this range as well. There are 25 different ones, so you're not stuck for choice. Now the cap itself, as I say, is a very lightweight, very open, a wefted design, so the air gets in and gets out, keeps you nice and cool. And that is the main reason for me doing this sort of little review and trying to find a shorter wig to keep my body temperature down in this very hot weather here. Now I think all 4 of these designs from the Tressallure new Look Fabulous range do exactly that. They look fabulous, and I don't think they're that expensive at all. In fact, they're very good value for money. So hopefully you can help me choose which is the best design for me, or maybe for you. So please, I would appreciate your comments down below. I hope you enjoyed that little review there, and as always, if you've not already done so, please do consider subscribing to the channel, liking and sharing. And all that really remains is me to say, as always, stay gorgeous and stay safe. So until the next time, bye bye.